Hi everyone. I'm so sorry that I can't be in class today, but unfortunately I had to be home with my daughter who's sick with the flu. So since we would normally go through a couple examples to start class, I wanted to give you this video to kind of give you a few extra tips as you start practicing with graphing or solving linear systems by graphing, and then go through one of the more complex problems so you have a chance to see that before it comes up in the practice. So we're still on the 6.1 notes. The first example I'm going to do is number 2. This is really not anything different from what you saw in the video. I just want to kind of talk through something that I hadn't yesterday. So remember, when we're solving by graphing, what we're doing is we're graphing the two lines and then we're looking for where they intersect. So in number 2, the nice thing here is that both of the lines are already in slope-intercept form. So that means for number 2, I have y equals x minus 7. So for the first one, I know my y-intercept is negative 7. And my slope is 1, which we know, I'm going to put over here, if my slope is 1, that's just the same as 1 over 1. So it means I'm going to go up 1 and over 1. Now, I mentioned the other day, your lines being straight is going to be really important here to help you find the intersection points. So what I would recommend is when you're graphing your first line, keep following that slope pattern and fill in dots all the way along your coordinate plane. The reason why I'm recommending that is having those dots there is going to make it a lot clearer to see where your solution is. And you'll see that in a sec. So I do not have my straight edge with me. So I'm just going to use the edge of my packet to do my nice straight line. It goes through all of my points. Okay, so there's my first line. And now I'm going to graph my second line. So here I have a y-intercept of negative 2. And I have a slope of negative 1/4. Now remember that negative 1/4 is the same as negative 1 over 4 or 1 over negative 4. So I'm going to do negative 1 over 4, which means I'm going to go down 1 and to the right 4. And here you can see, because I drew in all those points the first time around, it's really easy to see where my intersection point is. And here, actually, I'm going to use my ID this time because it's a little easier to use as a straight edge. So I'm going to still draw in my line, but now I can already see where that intersection point is. It's nice and clear where that is. My solution is going to be where those intersect, which is right here. So my ordered pair is 1, 2, 3, positive 4, negative 3. And remember, again, it's super important to write that solution as an ordered pair. So now I want to do one more example, because if you look, kind of flip the page, and I'm going to switch my page here. Let's look at number 3. And you're going to notice pretty quickly that this problem isn't as nice anymore. Now my equations aren't in slope-intercept form. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is rearrange them. So I'm actually going to use the space over here. 2x plus y equals negative 1. And I know I need to get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And I'm going to get y equals negative 2x minus 1. That's my rearranged equation. Negative 2x minus 1. So my y-intercept is negative 1. I know my slope here is going to be negative 2, which is negative 2 over 1. So I'm going to go down 2 and right 1. And again, I'm going to keep that same pattern of down 2, right 1, all the way here. Now here, I know that negative 2 over 1 is the same thing as 2 over negative 1. So I could also go up 2 and left 1. So that's how I'm going to fill in these points here. And again, now I have a nice straight line. I'm going to use, whoops, sorry, I'm fooling around with this. Use my ID to connect them. There we go. Now, when I go to graph my second line, you can see again, we don't quite have it in slope-intercept form, so we need to do some work. So negative x plus 2y equals 8. Sorry, hope you can't hear all the crazy noises in the hallway that I can. So this is going to cancel, and I get 2y equals x plus 8. And now I'm going to divide everything by 2. So I get y equals, x over the 2 is really the same as 1/2 times x, plus 8 divided by 2 is 4. So my equation, I can't quite fit it there, I'm going to put it right here. It's 1/2 x plus 4. My y-intercept is going to be a positive 4. I'm going to rise 1 and run 2. Going the other direction, I could go down 1 and to the left 2. And so again, you can see really clearly where your intersection point is. So now we're going to do that intersection point as an ordered pair. So my x coordinate is going to be negative 2, and my y coordinate is a positive 3. So hopefully those few extra examples will help you out as you work through the practice today. Again, I'm sorry I can't be there, but hopefully today's practice will go pretty smoothly and we'll catch up when I am back. Thanks and have a great day.